our vision. The vision that we have is, we are empowered citizenry, enjoying people-centered governance, living in harmony with nature, and journeying in faith with the love of God. And we made a statement, aside from that Sorsogon City would be mauswag na syudad, malinig na lugar. And we have also been practicing what you call the public governance system, where there is participatory kind of governance, shared governance, shared responsibility. Since 2001, we have been very consistent in this governance that we have. And I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart, because we have not achieved what we have achieved now without you guys doing it. I always say that I am not the one acting or actualizing all the programs that we have. It is you who are the actors of what we have achieved. We are just the director of all the programs that we have been giving in the city of Sorsogon. And there is a common denominator, a common goal, what we want to have in the city. Pagandahin ang buhay ng tao. Iayos ang buhay ng tao. My ultimate goal in life really is one day I would like to see Sorsogon independent, empowered. You can do what you want to do, because when you are empowered and independent, you have the dignity of life. You gain dignity. That's why all the programs now in my second term, in my first term, and coming back, is we are investing on people. Because when I was asked, what is your most valuable asset in your governance? And I always say, it's the people. But I say, it's the good people that have the same vision that I have. And honestly, I would like to say that I'm happy serving you. I always say that I'm the mother of Sorsogon City. I am the mother of the province. And as your mother, I will have to lead you to where is good to everyone. And most of all, we are on protected life. And it has been the tradition, that every year I have to report to you what we have done yearly, so that you will know step by step, day by day, where we are leading you to achieve the vision and the statement that we have, that Sorsogon will be mauswag na syudad, malinig na lugar. So today, I would like to read to you my report from July 1, 2014 to June 30, 2015. Tomorrow, Sorsogon City will officially turn 14. Having seen the city through the early stages of growth, I find it auspicious that I am here with you again as we steer the city in its early teen years. Looking back on where we started, I can truly say that Sorsogon City has grown. It has grown in terms of stature, in reputation, in terms of physical development. Sorsogon City is among the few cities and municipalities with updated revenue codes. The commercial district is no longer just confined to a limited portion of Rizal and Magsaysay streets. We have our own government center, and the major road networks are in place. We have wider roads and better school buildings. And for this, I would like to thank Senator Chis Escudero, Congresswoman Nanay Eve Escudero, and always the ever-supportive, loving husband of mine, Governor Raul Lee. It is partnership like this that really contribute toward development. The last 365 days have been particularly notable. Magandang buhay isn't just a customary greeting. It is our aspiration and guide in our efforts to build the city of our dreams. In February this year, we declared Sorsogon City as a pro-life city. But being pro-life, it is not just an issue confined to reproductive health. More than this, it is a declaration that in Sorsogon City, we respect and value human life. The lives of the present and future Sorsogonans. Our projects, policies, and priorities are there carefully considered to ensure that our commitments will stand to gain more. Lahat ng ginagawa natin ay para sa mga Sorsogonan. Getting the seal of good local governance for 2014 put us in the right track. The SGLG is a requisite for availing funds from the national government under the bottom-up budgeting process. Because of this, the national government directly downloaded funds to the city government in 2014. These are the projects for irrigation, harvest facilities, water system, sanitary toilets, capacity trainings, and task for works programs. As of May, the national government, through the various agencies, has already started downloading again funds from the BUP projects, this time for 2015. Among these are for irrigation systems, water systems, riverbank stabilization, livelihood trainings, and enterprise development. In keeping with our policy of transparency and constant consultation, all of these projects were identified and approved by the local poverty reduction action team composed of representatives of civil society organizations and other stakeholders. We have a cohesive administration, and for this, I would like to thank Vice Mayor Charo Dichoso Logroño, the honorable members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, the department heads, which I always consider as my working family, and the city employees. Together, we were able to transform every corner of Sorsogon City into an opportunity for hope, economic stability, social reforms, and agricultural advancement. We were able to achieve the following landmark for accomplishment in a span of 2 years: the lowering of taxes and the granting of amnesty to delinquent taxpayers, the peer site development and relocation of informal settlers, the distribution of land entitlements to the urban poor, the restoration of order in the public market and the city streets. In our first 120 days in office, we were able to amend the city tax code and consequently lower taxes. The lower taxes resulted in a wider tax base. Many took advantage of the tax amnesty for real property, and for this, we are extremely grateful. This is a big help in settling the deficit that I was burdened with when I assumed office. I am glad to report to you now, my beloved Sorsogonans, that the city government is now operating on a surplus status. We are able to pay on time our financial and statutory obligations within and without. We continue to ensure the people's money is safeguarded and utilized favorably for the people. This is sound financial management. The series of consultations with the business sector, the amendments of the tax code, the lower fees and charges, and the successful implementation of the business one-stop shop paid off. More and more businesses are opening in Sorsogon City, resulting in revenues for the city and jobs for our constituents. This year, we further simplified the process of securing a business permit and with good results. Save More and other businesses have already expressed their interest in opening branches in Sorsogon in immediate future, including Gaisano Mall. To ensure equality, to ensure equal opportunity for our businessmen and those planning to invest in the city, I have issued an executive order creating a team that will study the terms of reference in the Memorandum of Agreement between LKY Development Corporation and the previous administration. On particular interest is the possibility of amending certain provisions, especially that exempting LKY from paying taxes to the government. To its credit, the LKY Development Corporation has signified its willingness to abide by the decision of this administration to collect real property taxes. Fees and rental due to the city government. We are looking at an estimated income of not less than 5 million pesos annually, or a total of 250 million as multiplied to the length of years stated in the TOR and MOU. Among the most visible achievements of our administration is the integrated areas of tourism, housing, and disaster risk reduction. You will certainly notice the change in the Rompiolas. We relocated the informal sectors to more habitable surroundings and made the pier site more tourist-friendly. At this point, allow me to thank the former residents of Rompiolas for being one with us in our goal of making their lives better. Alam ko na may kasamang sakripisyo ang ginawa nila, and yet they cooperated fully. Over and above the gains in tourism, we believe that relocating our more vulnerable constituents is a major step in our climate change adaptation initiatives. As I always say, mine is a government for the people, by the people, and of the people. In furtherance of my goal of delivering servisyong totoo, we purchased new ambulance and waived user fees so that indigents can avail the services of the ambulance. Ang satuyang mga ambulansya dili nababakante sa paghatod ng mga pasyente sa mga iba-ibang lugar. We increased the honoraria of the BHWs, barangay nutrition scholars, and daycare workers, knowing full well that they are our partners in development. We continue to provide adequate supply of vaccines for the Animal Pipe Treatment Center and earmarked funds for the extension of the Bacon Health Center. In partnership with the Department of Health, we improved the facilities of the East and West District Health Offices and the Karikaran Barangay Health Station. The reproductive tract and health District Maternity Clinic. We will continue conducting health and wellness seminars to ensure healthy constituency. It also bears mentioning that Sorsogon City was given the Green Achiever Award during the Salud Bicolnon 2014. In education, we strengthened the Sorsogon City Scholarship Program with 119 new scholars and 220 current scholars. During the last school years, 5 of our scholars graduated with honors, 1 cum laude, 1 for academic distinction, and 3 Dean's Listers. In 2014, 16 passed the licensure examination for teachers and the engineering board exams. This year, 4 city scholars who graduated in March immediately took and passed the board exams. Such is the quality of our scholars. And this is a great source of pride for us in the city of Sorsogon. We continue to provide educational assistance to students enrolled in the alternative learning system and in schools here in Sorsogon and in Legazpi City. A large portion of the Special Education Fund is also programmed for capacity building to ensure that our schools and our teachers are ready to meet the challenges of the K-12 program. The environment continues to be a priority. Last year, we acquired 2 additional brand new garbage trucks in support of our ecological solid waste management and segregation program. This year, we bid out 2 more dump trucks and backhoe in preparation for the full implementation of the barangay-based solid waste management program, which is already in its first phase of implementation. The Batodang site will be completely rehabilitated and a functional city MRI will be operational. Last week, we established the 2-hectare pili plantation in situ Magandang to ensure that environmental protection measures are in place. We have created the City Anti-Smoke Belching Unit to enforce emission standards towards provided by the Clean Air Act in partnership with the Environmental Management Bureau of the DNR and the major commercial companies here in Sorsogon. We have formalized the Adapt Anestero program. Today, we have already tied up with Save More and LCC for the adoption of the Salud River and with the Energy Development Corporation for the Rizal River. We look forward to formalizing a similar initiative with the Peter Paul Philippines Corporation for the adoption of Cabitan River. In agriculture, our dream of agricultural advancement and development program is underway. Our administration sees to it that sustainable and realizable agricultural development projects are being implemented for a better food security program. In the 3 districts, almost all irrigation facilities were already rehabilitated and improved. We are constructing a water impounding facilities in Bacon district and new irrigation canals in the east and west districts. In line with our trust of people empowerment, we supported the Federation of Irrigators Association and entrusted them to implement the program. We have restored the fish sanctuary in Sorsogon Bay, which is very beneficial to the fisher folks of the East and West District. We are also going to rehabilitate the Bacon Fish Sanctuary. In the Limpriolas area, we have established the Blue Crab Nursery in an attempt to sustain the crab industry for which Sorsogon is famous. We also constructed a mini fish port in Campulaga to accommodate fisher folks and encourage livelihood. The same shall be put up in Bacon District. We established a climate resilient field school for farmers and constructed an organic training post in Binigkahan. Going organic is a priority. We now encourage our farmers to produce organic crops and raise organically grown cattle, pigs, and poultry. In line with our Kumain ng Gulay campaign, our commercial vegetable production spanning 75 hectares has yielded 577.40 metric tons of ampalaya, sitaw, okra, eggplant, at pepper. It is the buhay vegetable. While backyard production, which covers 52 hectares, has produced 350 metric tons of assorted vegetables. Rice, pili, and root crops production have shown significant gains in the past year. Farm-to-market roads, irrigation system, and support facilities were funded under the PUB in 2014. The city government is now waiting for the release of the funds in establishment of Cocoquar facility, provision of drip irrigation, provision of fishing boats and gear, community-based rice seed banking, and establishment of demo farm for organic farming, among others. Under our capable city veterinary office, we successfully conducted mass dog vaccination and activated the Barangay Anti-Rabies Council. We also extend our artificial insemination program, which is available to hog raisers in Sorsogon City. In the area of rural development, we allocated a sizable amount for barangay development under the 20% development fund as part of our priority agenda. For the past 2 years, the city government has downloaded to all the 64 barangays the amount of 100,000 pesos regardless of political affiliation. We have already incorporated in the 20% development fund for 2016 our proposal increasing the amount of barangay aid from 100,000 to 200,000 pesos to the barangays. This is over and above the major infrastructure projects being implemented by the city government, the provincial government, and the other national agencies in the barangay. Before the end of our term, we will ensure that water supply in Bacon is restored, particularly in Poblacion, and that the water system in Bacon is rehabilitated. Lahat po ng water system programs sa bawat barangay ay aming na paglaanan ng karapatan pondo because water is very important. Under the 20% Development Fund, we provided for infrastructure and road networks. Notable to this are the City Government Center and the City Employees Housing Road Networks and the concreting of various roads and pathways. We, in the City Government, are very confident that because of the active cooperation of Governor Rauli in the provincial government, the continued support of the 1st District Representative Congresswoman Nanay Eves Codero, and the unending assistance of our very own Senator Francis Chises Codero, we will complete all the farm-to-market road in the entire city. In the area of tourism, apart from improving existing tourist spots and services, we were able to develop a new tourist attraction for Sorsogon City and the province. The major tourist discovery in the city is now the Buhatan area. Putting all together the gift of nature, we have the Buhatan, river cruise, the mangroves, and firefly watching. As part of the biggest transformation in the city tourism, we are conceptualizing the Sorsogon tourism state, and for this, we thank City Councilor Attorney Juven Laura of the East District for helping us with this concept. The old pier site has been upgraded. We improved the view deck and rambulas, and in partnership with the provincial government, established additional amenities to our efforts to transform the rambulas into a tourism hub. We ought to revive every opportunity of hope in our city tourism industry. The successful conduct of the 2015 Pili Festival augurs well for tourism, and this we commend Shoni Alejo for the City Tourism Office personnel and the Chairman of the Sorsogon SP Committee on Tourism, Councilor Inigo Descamento of Bacang District, and also with the collaboration of Monsignor Elegado. Today, after 2 years, we have a better and more accessible commercial area because of the innovative transport and traffic management. Under the able leadership of former Kagawad Vitong Daria and Kagawad Jun Hamisola, we peg the number of legitimate tricycle franchise holders to 3,260 units, with priority given to the Talahib victims. We ensure that we do not go beyond the maximum road capacity. We will not be issuing new franchises for the next 5 years. Besides implementing the two-way traffic scheme, we color-coded the city tricycles for the first time as an assurance that only those duly licensed by the city government are allowed to convey riding public. In efforts to uplift the living condition of our tricycles, drivers, and operators, we also devised socio-economic development programs, including the SSS Alcancia project, the Pastod Spare Parts Store, and the Boundary Hulog program. Values formation and road safety lectures are held regularly. As I mentioned earlier, the welfare and well-being of of our more marginalized constituents is of prime importance. We have made a statement that by 2020, Sorsogon will be zero in informal sectors. In social services, safety and shelter, we relocated the vulnerable communities in Talisay and awarded land entitlements to informal sectors in San Lorenzo, Buhakan, Salog, Mahingan, and Kabiluan. My dream, as I said, for your city mayor, is that by 2020, there will no more informal sectors in Sorsogon. Sufficient funds have been allocated to fulfill this dream, and we are now exerting our efforts to relocate and provide habitable living conditions for our urban poor. Today, we distributed learning materials for daycare children and have implemented the feeding program in partnership with DSWD. We made the City Hall more accessible and more cordial to indigents and started construction of the senior citizens and people with disability centers. Ang sa inyong administrasyon, dili maisog sa tao, lalo na sa mga kasaradayan. Intiro na klase na saraday sa Sorsoganon makakareceive puro adlaw sa DSWD at an average of 80 clients per day. In everything we do, we make sure that we touch lives and that we are accessible to each and every Sorsoganon. As a matter of fact, among the first things I did was to remove the mirror that covered the office of the city mayor. Not only is this an affirmation of transparency, it is also an invitation to our constituents na kamukabos pati kan samuyang administrasyon. We firmed up the City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, establishing the Sorsogon City Emergency Rescue Team that will rise to the call during emergency. The Disaster Operations Center, which we now call DOPSET, is now fully functional. And we look forward to launching the Save Life program in the barangays. We will also establish the evacuation center in Bacon, knowing fully well that our constituents are in constant threat of storm surges and flash floods. For a safer Sorsogon City, we ordered the Philippine National Police and the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency to wage war against crime and illegal drugs. This has resulted in numerous apprehension and bypass operations. To effectively monitor our streets, we installed CCTV cameras along Magsaysay and Rizal Street and in the public market. Other than deterring crime, this is also our way of keeping up with the demands of the world that is increasingly becoming technology-driven. The Sorsogon City Anti-Drug Abuse Council has been tireless in its effort to curb the drug problem. We have already organized 53 barangay anti-drug abuse councils, and we continuously conduct information and education campaigns, especially at students belonging to the lower sections. Other notable accomplishments in drug abuse prevention include the conduct of a systematic training on effective parenting, conduct of the seminar on criminal justice system and Katarungan Pambarangay, financial assistance to clients undergoing rehabilitation, and provision of aftercare services to families of drug dependents. We will be recalled that the city government was awarded Outstanding Drug Abuse Prevention Program Implementor in 2005 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Sorsogon, is again in contention in the national search for Best City Anti-Drug Abuse Council this November. Mga tugang, in span of 2 years, we have done much to reestablish our brand of governance. Governance that is anchored on the principles of empowerment, dignity, and partnership. I will no longer dwell on the specifics at baka hindi tayo matapos dito. In the coming years, you can expect no less. We will continue to hold true to what we believe will steer Sorsogon City toward our vision. We will continue to find ways to fulfill the plans we laid out during the campaign. And I assure you, we will deliver. This and in the coming year, we look forward to a bigger and definitely better Sorsogon. We will make sure that before our term ends, all infrastructure gaps will be addressed and completed. Among these are the 4-lane widening of the Daan Maharlika from Stanbasyon down Cabuyong, courtesy of Senator Cheese and Nanay Evis Cudero through the DPWH. Construction of City Coastal Road from Provincial to Barangay Balogo to decongest traffic in the downtown area and to spur commercial development in the area. Construction of a new 2-hectare civil cemetery in Sampalo. Construction expansion of sidewalks from Balogo to Almendras and from Biot to Tugos to Pangpang with a 43 million funding from the Department of Public Works and Highways. And construction of sidewalks and road widening along Diversion Road Bilingkahan to the Sorsogon State College. Similarly, the city government, upon authority of the Sangguniang Panlunsod, has accessed the loan facilities of the Land Bank for various major infrastructure development projects. These include the construction of Sorsogon Amberg Hospital, Bilingkahan Evacuation and Multipurpose Center, Pangpang Evacuation and Multipurpose Center, Basya Dormitory, Youth and Multipurpose Center, and Rompiola's Family Park, among others. In partnership with Senator Cheese, Congresswoman Escudero, Governor Lee, Vice Mayor Chalo, and the SP members, We assure you that Sorsogon is in the major transformation. For the Ds and the Escuderos, politics and party affiliation are not as important as significant achievements. You will be surprised of what will happen in the city near future. It is not all about beautiful slogans. It is not only about action Sorsogon, neither ipatagos ka ang Sorsogon, nor my own mauswag na syudad, malinig na lugar. But collectively, it will all be about ang bagong Sorsogon City. Certainly, a lot more remains to be done. Our priorities are long and endless. But I know that with your help, nothing is impossible when God is with us. In closing, allow me to thank the Sorsogon City Police Officer, our barangay officials, barangay tanods, barangay health workers, daycare workers, barangay nutrition workers, our chiefs of offices, our hardworking employees, for helping me serve our fellow Sorsogoners. I would like just to thank all the different department heads in my office. Every programs that we have the focal person, and they are our department heads. I especially thank our garbage collectors, our traffic aides, who perform their duties, rain or shine, for the people of Sorsogon. And I thank the Sangguniang Panlunsod for sharing my vision of development for Sorsogon City. For without you, the executive legislative agenda, we will not be able to attain what we have attained in these 2 years. I thank the provincial government, the line agencies, and the national government. I thank Congresswoman Evie Escudero, Senator Jesus Escudero. I thank the media, the NGOs, the civil societies, the people's organizations, the business, transport, and religious sectors. I thank the business sector, from the smallest sari-sari store owner, sa mga paratinda sa plaza, to the biggest corporation, for helping us meet our tax collection targets. I thank the League of Cities of the Philippines, our international partners, for their confidence in our capabilities. Allow me also, in behalf of the city government and the people of Sorsogon, to thank the DILG and Secretary Marcos, the DSWD, the DTI, the DNR, the Department of Agriculture, the DPWH, the National Housing Authority, the ACLURD. I also would like to thank His Excellency President Benigno Aquino and Vice President Binay. As in, nagpapasalamat ako sa kumpiyansa na patagos nindo tinatao sa satuyang liderato. I would also like to thank Attorney Magmaseda, my administrator, Chubik Duran, my consultant, and Attorney Laceta, and Lods Marinito, and all my department heads, and the Sangguniang Panlunsod, with Mayor Charo, all the national agencies, all the NGOs, all of us, claim ownership to what we have done, because it's not you who are doing all this job. Above all, I look up to the heavens and thank God, our Creator, for His guidance and patronage. It is for His glory that we continue to strive to do good for the betterment of our society. again, I would like to say, walang hanggang pasasalamat